What have you done? Are we ready now? We're ready now. We're ready now. So the last 20 minutes you completely fucked up, ain't you?
It wasn't me.
What happened? Oh, it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
It wasn't
sound
me.
like...
No, I'll tell you what it was.
Yeah, go on.
It was Ivy.
It was Ivy. You sound like Shaggy. It wasn't me.
When she came in here, she was playing with the buttons. And
Right.
I says, don't play with the buttons. She says, I want to play with the buttons.
Right. How old is Ivy now?
She's 3.
3. Yeah.
So I says, don't play with the buttons.
So what button did she play with?
She played with the button. There was a mute button on here. And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, why is that shining?
Oh, right.
It shouldn't be shining.
Do you know what? You know when you're reading a map, an atlas, an A to Z, and there's like motorways, like, you know, where you come off on a motorway, and then there's like different shapes of it. I realised what the different shapes were when I got a black cab full of punters going towards Reading. I thought I could come off there and I couldn't, so I had to go off the next one, and I ended up going round Henley-on-Thames about 12 times until somebody said, "Driver, do you know where you're going?" I said, "Mate, I ain't got a fucking clue." He said, "Well, neither have I." I said, "Wow, we'll just keep driving." Yeah. Guys, by the way, you can follow the Biscuit Boys on Twitter at Biscuit_boys, or on YouTube. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Biscuit Stuff, and all of the links are in the profile and the comments on YouTube. I think YouTube is a wonderful place. Have you got a word of the week?
Oh, I've got to.
We've got to kind of do it again because you fucked it up.
We'll talk that. We'll say that was rehearsal.
Well, we won't, because we'll just come clean. Because we don't have any bullshit on the Biscuit Boys. And by the way, I am still a Birmingham City fan after 20 minutes.
Yeah,
good game against Leicester, that was.
I'm just checking.
What are you doing?
I'm checking to make sure we are live and we are moving. Yes, it looks.
To be fair, you do look live. You are moving.
I'm moving.
And you look very brown because you've just come back off holiday to Spain, haven't you?
Yeah.
You have more holidays than Judith Chalmers, you do. I mean, we can say that because we have no younger listeners. I mean, we ain't got many fucking old ones.
No, yeah.
But yeah, that was great, wasn't it? That holiday programme. Wish you were here.
Wish you were here. What a great
They don't have programmes like that today. I've noticed, and I've linked up with loads of people through our Twitter account, and there's some great stuff out there. I'm going to go into that shortly in the podcast. But let's have your word of the week, because I've just made one up, smut and stuff.
That's brilliant.
Sounds quite German as well, don't it?
Well,
we're looking for a word that describes the Biscuit Boys, and we just don't know, do we?
Yeah. I think I'm going to take a lot of account for that.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I said it first.
Well, you did, and I just squeezed it up into one word and took a couple of consonants out.
Yeah.
So talking about consonants and continents, or incontinence, that's completely different. Mind you, do you think we will shit ourselves when the aliens land?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, Atlas/31. Which, does that mean that there was 30 of them before Atlas 31? How big do you think this spaceship is? Do you think it's a comet? Because comets usually just about miss the planet on the 24th of your birthday.
Miles, don't they?
Well, I mean, if it's 3,000 miles, it's a bloody big one, because that's as big as America, and America's big. Do you think it'll land in America?
Oh, hang on. Atlas.
Yeah, it's working. No, that's good.
Well, everything seems to happen in America, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does first. It does happen in America first.
Yeah. And then,
comes over here then, don't it?
Yeah.
After about 10 years. So the aliens will probably land in America, spend 10 years. Mind you, where they're going to land? I mean, when we landed in Zante and Skiathos, have you ever gone to Skiathos?
I've never been.
You're almost like in the sea, ain't you?
Was it a bit like Corfu? You've been to Corfu?
No, I've never been to Corfu. That's the most northern of the islands in the Ionian.
You actually fly right over the hotels. And that.
Do you really?
Yeah, you can wave and that like pilots. The pilots.
I'll have an omelette.
Yeah. No, it's,
So what are the islands in the sea? The hotels
most
are
islands
in the sea? No, but the hotels that you fly over, are they in the sea?
No.
Because you come over the sea, then you land on the strip. Hopefully,
on the
that's
beach,
the idea.
So most hotels are on the beach, aren't they?
Well, I suppose so, yeah. A lot of them are. Which makes sense, really, to be fair, don't it?
It's like a cup,
yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
love the poem on it. So the aliens, then, where do you reckon they will land? Because it's a bloody big ship
It's not
to
going to
land.
be Smethwick, right?
No, can't be. Smethwick ain't big enough.
What about the Grand Canyon? There's a lot of space. Mind you, 3,000
Brooke
miles.
Combs been on the Grand Canyon recently. You know the one Dancing on the Edge of the World? The album that we looked at.
Oh, right, yeah.
Last time out, Brooke Combe,
Yeah.
fantastic artist. I do put a playlist together, and I'm going to give you a rundown of my top 10. And she's in there. Great new single, by the way. And she's been like on the Grand Canyon. So, but it ain't that big in terms of like 3,000 miles for a ship. I don't think there's a runway on Earth that the aliens could land on safely. That is. But do they
The
need to
USA
land?
must be 3,000 miles from left to right, mustn't it?
It is. It's 3,000 miles left.
Exactly.
Yeah. Left
That's a
to-
coincidence, isn't it? That.
Yeah, it's the same sized
Yeah.
ship. Or it could be a comment, they don't know. That telescope's looking at it. Do you know
Yeah.
what I think? Do you know what I think?
Well, what do you think?
It's a fucking big telescope. And a powerful one, because it's also picked up a dinosaur on the arse end of the mothership as well. And if it's going through the cosmos, the Milky Way, the galaxy, I mean, all different chocolate
chocolates,
bars,
aren't
aren't
they?
they?
Yeah.
Hey, did you see Ross Hastings? He had a bar of chocolate, didn't he?
Now, who's Russ Hastings again?
He's the front man from the Jam.
Oh, yes, of course he is.
You know,
yeah.
I think they used to be the Gift, and then Rick joined, and then Bruce joined after, and they were then from the Jam. I think when
okay.
Rick joined, but he does a wonderful. He was sitting there on his boat last night.
Oh,
I don't know if it was his boat or he just decided to like get the YouTube thingy on and start talking about Smash the Clock album,
Right.
and he was talking through it, and I do like Russ.
Yeah.
He talks a lot of sense, and he went through the album, but he the day before he was doing another one, and he said, I'm going to go and have a bath and a couple of bars of chocolate. So I did say what bars of chocolate. It was chocolate buttons. I like chocolate buttons. I bet Ivy likes chocolate buttons.
Yeah.
Them are the first sweets you can eat as a kid because they melt in your mouth. You can't choke on. Well, I suppose you can.
You could.
But you got to be careful, of course. But they do melt in your mouth. And really, even if you're choking, you won't choke for long enough to kill yourself, I wouldn't have thought. Would you? And a twirl.
Oh, yes,
Russ likes twirls, yeah.
Well, yeah.
And he has said that he'll join us on the Biscuit Boys in November, which is nice.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah, Russell Hastings, top man.
I quite like the honeycomb one. What's that? What they're called now?
They're called crunchies.
Crunchies,
isn't they?
yeah.
The honeycomb middle that weighs so little.
I had a big bag of.
Do you like little?
Little?
Yeah.
Are you a little or an Aldi?
I don't know. It's a song. It's like a football song, isn't it? Where would you rather shop, Lidl or Aldi?
Oh, well, Lidl now because they've got the bakery thing, haven't they?
Have they really?
Haven't you been in there lately?
No, I ain't been in Lidl. We ain't got a Lidl by us.
Yeah.
No.
You're not posh up there, though, are you?
No, we got an Aldi in Hales Owen. But there ain't a Lidl.
It's a long way, isn't
It's
it?
not a Lidl in Bartley Green.
Ain't there?
No.
Well, Lidl's have got their own bakery section now.
Do you reckon that mothership's got a bakery section?
They'll have a chef on
They'd
board,
have to.
won't they?
They would. They'd starve if they didn't.
Swedish chef on
Yeah.
Really,
Yeah, they were good, weren't they?
Yeah.
Talks a lot of sense, they did.
Yeah. That's good.
So they got a bakery in Aldi, Lidl.
Yeah, Lidl's. Yeah.
They got one in Asda as well. They got
Yeah.
one in most supermarkets, to be fair.
Except
They're only
for
catching
Aldi's,
up.
yeah. Aldi's have just got the middle arms, haven't they?
Yeah, they've got like stuff, ain't they?
I
Like
always call that-
half an engine and spanners.
That's it, yeah,
and-
it's the blokes browsing aisle, isn't it, really?
I think Aldi are really, really clever because they know that blokes are going to be taken to the supermarket by their wives. Probably not so much now because a lot of women do drive, don't they? In the olden days.
Yeah, they give them the votes as well,
My
yeah.
mum still don't drive.
Don't she?
No, well, she's 85 now. I don't suppose she's going to start now. But she's never driven. And I think that they put that in the olden days to get the blokes in there. And you know what a bloke's like when he sees a spanner or a toolkit, it's going to buy something, isn't he?
Yeah.
What was the last spanner or toolkit?
Even if
that
they
you
don't
bought?
want one.
No.
No.
But there's all like lots of interesting things for blokes. I don't look at stuff like that because it don't interest me.
No.
Have you got a toolkit?
I've got about 4.
Have you really?
I have, yeah.
What's your favourite tool?
Favourite tool?
Do you like working with tools?
Oh, yeah, I do now, don't I? Yeah.
Do you play with your tool much?
Yeah. I haven't really got a favourite, I don't think. No, I haven't got a favourite.
Screwdriver.
No, a screwdriver. I like the thing that goes underneath when you're doing your plumbing. I like the thing that goes
I've never
underneath.
done no plumbing.
Oh, for God's sake.
I don't know. I don't
So
understand.
what happens if something goes wrong in your house? You get you get a man in.
Call Darren or call.
Yeah, you get a man
Well, to be honest, we don't own the house, so I called.
Oh, no,
Call the landlord.
No.
I would call him what he likes. He don't fucking turn up.
Right. So you've never thought of buying your house? Too late.
Well, I did, didn't I? And then I lost it. I've been divorced twice. So it's just one of them things, isn't it? And then I think at my time of life, you're either going to rent or you're going to buy. I mean, I'm going to have to live till about a fucking 100 to pay it off. So it don't really matter when you get to, like, over 60.
Nah.
And who's going to give you the mortgage if you're over 60?
My brother's just going to get one, yeah. He's 62.
Really?
Yeah.
What, that house in Meriden?
No, not that one.
Oh, not
him.
no.
No, the other one.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
fair play.
Yeah.
Good. How many years has he got that over, mate? 40?
No, he's got to have it. He's got to have a short term,
Well,
obviously.
you'd have to, wouldn't you? Like,
10
like 8
years,
years.
yeah. £5,000 a month.
Oh, dear, it is. Yeah. So the aliens, do you think they'll land in Antarctica? Because they've got a heaven in Antarctica, haven't they?
Yes.
It's called,
right.
it begins with an A, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Have you seen Facebook and Twitter with it? There's loads of aliens there.
Yeah.
It's where, the end of the earth is flat and it just drops off. And then there's a little hole. You know, like in the Eskimos where the seal puts the head up and the nose up and what, and then they harpoon the bastard and
behind
then
the
eat
wall,
him.
though.
But that's like aliens. Yeah. They're all there. And they live up in the clouds or the Pacific Ocean. So I think when the mothership comes, it'll go either stay in the sky and hover over. Have you ever seen Independence Day?
Yeah.
Did you see it? I've never seen it.
I didn't see Independence 2.
Or Armageddon?
No.
No, have you not seen Armageddon?
I'm a good one.
So yeah, they're due. Actually, they're due round about my birthday.
Right. Okay.
So we could be sitting there in Birmingham having a nice Italian meal, and then like there's a load of aliens that come down, and if they do, I hope they buy me a drink because it is my birthday.
While we're on the food subject,
Yeah.
and Italians as well.
Yeah.
My daughter went down to the one in Alton there.
Okay, what's it called? Did she like it?
She loved it.
Let's talk
She
about it.
said it's the best Italian meal she's ever
What
had.
did she eat?
Italian food.
Well, no, but there's a lot
I
of Italian
don't
food
know.
in there. Did she
What
have a
is that?
ragu? Did she have something else?
No. It's like spaghetti, but it isn't spaghetti. What's that? one?
Okay, is this a clue?
Yeah.
What do you
No, I
mean
just
it's
really
like-
don't know
What
it's
do you mean? It's
called.
like spaghetti, but it's not
Name
spaghetti.
name some Italian dishes, and I'll say yes.
Well, I don't really know many Italian. I do me
God's
ragu,
sake.
don't I? That's Italian
Ragu,
dish,
that's
isn't it?
That's not Italian, is
Of course,
it?
it's fucking Italian. It's ragu,
Ragu.
bolognese.
Ragu.
Ragu bolognese.
Ragu's African.
No, it's not. It's bloody Italian. It's what we call spaghetti bolognese. But Italians, they are either have, was it pappardelle, or they have penne, or they have, other pastas, thick pastas that you can put the ragu on there. But like with the spaghetti, you can't put nothing around a spaghetti because they're really, really thin strips. Look like worms, don't they, really, spaghetti?
I always thought ragu was an African stew.
No. Do you want to do our cookery corner?
Go on then.
So what you've been eating tonight?
Cookery corner.
Yeah.
Hang on.
What you had? You had?
Oh, I should have saved that for the alien.
Yeah. I hope they come. I wonder what they'll look like. Do you think they'll look like us or look like E.T.?
They're not going to look like you.
Do you think they'll be grey aliens or do you think they'll be reptilians?
There's a few different types.
There is, yeah. There's loads of them fighting over us. Do you think this is like a zoo planet or
Experimental planets.
Yeah, do you? There is a school of thought.
Yeah.
And I reckon they're still playing nicely in Antarctica.
That was going to be my second word of the day.
Antarctica?
No, you know that place where they live.
Yeah, what's it called?
And I know it sounds like algorithm.
It sounds
But
like...
I like algorithm.
It sounds like Antigua.
Yeah.
Where Viv Richards is from, but it's not. It's very different because it's cold.
Yeah.
I don't like the cold. And to be fair, if you're an alien and you own the planet, why would you
go
like...
there?
Exactly.
You got to flip in Jamaica.
I know. And like you look at the aliens playing nicely there, and it looks sunny.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Where
what's
should we
going
go?
on.
Oh, we'll go to the coldest place.
Oh
Most
yeah, you'd have,
miserablest place.
you'd have
yeah,
Africa, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you'd have Africa.
You would, seriously.
Yeah.
Well, that's where we begun anyhow.
Santa.
We all began in Africa. So yeah.
Yeah.
So come on then, Cookery Corner. What did you like to eat tonight?
Okay, so tonight I had a chicken thing.
You had a chicken thing, did you? What did you have? Chicken? Did you cook it?
No, that was stupid.
Oh, Ellen cooks it.
Well, it was
Is she a
already
good
cooked.
cook? Oh, you just warmed it up.
Yeah, basically.
Where'd you get it from, Aldi? Lidl?
Aldi.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got an Aldi just down the road.
Oh, right.
And we got a Lidl.
So do you not cook your own stuff?
I
I mean, you did the omelette last week.
Oh, yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at omelettes.
I was very impressed.
When it comes to omelettes, I'm a man.
So,
In France, when you're learning to cook,
yeah.
you have to cook so many omelettes.
Really,
I heard
why?
this. You have to cook so many omelettes on the trot,
Yeah.
and they have to be perfect before you go on to the next course. This is what somebody told me.
Really?
Probably bollocks.
I think it was bollocks, to be
Yeah,
fair.
yeah.
I mean, for a start, like, omelettes are Spanish.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the French have cupped hold of omelettes and say,
Get on French
you
omelette."
can't do a bourguignon until you've done 3 omelettes.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
Bourguignon.
I'm going to cook one of them. I've been watching
That was
Chef.
my speciality, that was.
Was it really?
Yeah.
How do you cook your beef bourguignon? Did you put brandy or cognac in yours?
No.
Go on, talk
Red
me through.
wine. It's red wine.
Yeah, I know it is, but Chef Jean-Pierre, he puts cognac at the end.
he?
Yeah, he does, yeah. I've been watching him.
Cognac.
That's me next, like, what I'm going to cook. I've done a stifado last weekend.
Stop
Put a
saying that,
little bit too much balsamic vinegar in, if I'm honest. I should have put red wine vinegar instead. But talk me through your bourguignon.
Does Sam eat all this stuff?
Yeah,
doesn't he?
she does, yeah. She's still alive.
God.
Yeah, I know.
Bloody
Yeah,
hell.
I thought it was a little bit too vinegary, but she ate it. And then I did eat it the night after. Thought it was quite nice, to be fair.
Original beef bourguignon used to be
Yeah.
like, used to have like little pickled onions.
Yeah, you do. They're called shallots or pearl onions.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Finished. Hey.
So go on, so talk us through
Yeah,
then.
so you brown off the meat,
Okay. You sear it
sear it,
and then
yeah.
take it out.
Yes, take it out.
Yeah, yeah.
With the juices, make
Yeah.
a bit of
Yeah, on your plate.
on your plate.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, big bit of juices. Bung some onions in. Cook
Yeah.
it for 4 hours. Bob, there you go.
So your beef bourguignon
Yeah.
consisted of beef, which
Yeah.
it would, wouldn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah,
which is a good idea. Well done for that.
And shallots.
And shallots. And that's it. There was
That's it,
like,
yeah.
But
yeah.
you did say that you put red wine
Well,
in.
yeah, of course, yeah. You put red wine in it.
Oh, you put
obviously.
so your beef bourguignon, which is completely different to Chef like
You
Jean-Pierre.
don't know what he's talking about.
Well, I mean, so your beef bourguignon is just beef, onion shallots or
Yeah.
pearl onions, and wine,
Yeah.
and that's it. And you cook it for
Yeah.
how long?
All 4 hours will do.
Ah, you're a genius, you are.
Yeah. I have potatoes with it as well.
Do ya?
Of course you
How do you
do.
do your potatoes? Do you have like boiled potatoes?
Yeah, boiled potatoes.
Do you?
yeah.
Do you
Tiny
not?
ones are nice. Get the small ones.
Oh, okay. So you have
Yeah.
baby potatoes.
Baby potatoes, yeah. With
You can't always get baby potatoes, though, can you?
No.
But you see, there's many people, French and proper chefs, that actually put the baby potatoes in the bourguignon.
You struggle with the word bourguignon. don't you?
Bourguignon. Yeah.
Bourguignon.
I struggle with French words. I
Yeah.
struggle with Greek. In fact, I struggle with most words. Yeah.
Bourguignon.
So the rapture went well, didn't it?
Yeah, I'm still here.
I know. I mean, people was giving up cars, jobs, everything, weren't they, for the rapture? But they got the calendar wrong. I mean, he might come next week.
Yeah. Could
He
be.
might come with the aliens. He
yeah.
might be on that fucking ship with the aliens. Be a turn up, wouldn't it?
It could be that we're all living in an alternative
Could
dimension, and there are people that said that say that it all ended 2012.
Did it really?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we're
yeah.
all dead.
We're all dead. We've just
I mean,
shift-
a lot of people I meet are from the neck
Yeah.
upwards, but there you go.
just shifted into the next
Right.
dimension, apparently.
It's
Yeah.
funny though. I mean, we don't know. All of this, we could have had our life died and come back, and no one knows what's going on. Quantum physics and leaping and stuff like that. Aliens.
Yeah.
angels. There's loads of it about, isn't there?
Yeah.
Ghosts, dimensions. I mean, we could be sitting here, an alien could be sitting over there looking at us and going,
what the hell?
do you know what I mean? Like
talking
that.
about, yeah.
But we can't see him.
No.
We can't hear it or her.
Strangely enough,
Are
I'm
they
looking
gonna-
now as well.
Have you watched Big Brother recently?
Never seen it.
Somebody said in Big Brother, if you could shag anyone in here, who would you shag? I mean, I looked at them, I thought, I'd rather have a wank, to be fair. Having said that.
That bad?
But, yeah. But she said, we can't ask her, she's pansexual. But she shags pans.
Pants.
Pans.
Oh, pans. Pansexual?
Pansexual.
God.
I thought, well, pans people, you know, you'd probably shag any of them, wouldn't you, in the day? I mean, not now, of course, they're a bit old. Mind you, we're old as well.
Yeah.
But they were good one. They pans people, but she's pansexual.
So,
There's loads of
I know what
sexes
boys
now.
say. Yeah, I know what
I know.
boys, but what's pan?
I don't know. I mean, there's that many sexes now on this planet. It's incredible. I mean, there's like, in the olden days, if you got a cock, you were a bloke. If you had a fanny, you were a girl. And that was it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And if you like fancied boys and you were a bloke, you were gay. And if you fancied girls and you were a girl, you were a lesbian. And then some people liked a bit of both. Bit like the loaf, best of both.
Yeah.
Edging the bets.
Yeah,
A little bit like with us with religion. You ain't religious, are you?
No.
No, I kind of like, well, you know, each to their own.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't diss anything because I don't know. I kind of like history and I like the teachings, but I don't know what's true and what isn't true,
Yeah,
really.
I wouldn't
It's a bit like
call
Facebook.
Religion's not really history, is it? It's just,
Of course it is. It's looking back at, like, Moses, he led his people out of Egypt, didn't
it's
he?
not
He was in-
history. It's
Of
just
course
they're
it's
just
fucking history.
it's not history. They're fantasy books. They're not real books.
No, but people did lead people places. There are pastures and stuff of scriptures of people that
It
lived
never
before.
happened. All those books were written some like
Yeah, but there's gotta
390
be-
years
yeah, but
after
but
it happened.
the Babylonians.
By 15 mad monks.
The Babylonians were well. There was loads of books that were left out. Esther
that's
had one
right,
left
yeah.
out. She wasn't happy. Mowed her lawn the weekend.
Did you?
She was right. Cheesed off her book one in the Bible.
The Book of Brenda.
Zachariah, was it Zachariah? One begins with a Z, wasn't it?
And
Yeah.
Enoch.
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 I mean, it wasn't the Enoch pal, was it? It was the old Enoch before him.
Nah.
Would you reckon it'd be Enoch and Eli? That'd be a good book
Enoch
to put
and
in
Eli.
the Bible, wouldn't it? But yeah, I mean, in the Anunnaki, have you heard of the Anunnaki? Them people, it begins
Oh,
with
yeah,
a name,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know, the
yeah,
gods
yeah.
that reckon that they come down to Earth, again, come down to Earth, nicked all our gold, made human beings, and then changed our DNA. Yeah?
Oh.
Bit like COVID did. Do you remember when they had all them different injections? And they said it's like them one injections changed our DNA. So, I mean, you don't know, do you, really?
No.
Have a guess what I've got in my pocket?
Ooh.
I'm going to go to my jacket. If you can guess what's in my pocket,
Okay.
I'll give you £1,000.
Okay. I'll bet you it's not a gobstopper.
No, you're right. You missed £1,000.
I only get one guess.
You can have two guesses.
Is it some... Ooh. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, the keys, but it ain't that.
Right, okay. No. I don't want to guess.
Okay.
It's probably dirty.
Catch.
Disgusting.
Catch. Oi, spunky. Catch. Conker.
Oh, a
I love
conker.
conkers.
Well done.
I was with our Jew the other week and I says to him, do you play conkers at school? He said, conkers? What's conkers? I said, you know them trees, yours chestnut with a funny shaped thing and they fall on. I mean, if they hit you on the head, they hurt. I mean, if a conker hits you on the head, they hurt. But if they're still in the horse chestnut thing, they bloody hurt. And they used to feed them to the horses, didn't they? Yeah. I think the conker's not the things with the jagged edges.
So what was the horse chestnut bloke in town? Is that a different type of chestnut that you can eat?
Hey?
You know,
you can, like roasted chestnuts by the fire.
Yeah.
You know, the Christmas
Are these
thing.
the same things?
I don't know. I haven't got a clue.
No, I've always
I don't know.
I've always wondered about
Oh, and
that.
by the way, we've got a guest later.
Okay.
Ben Dobson. We're going to be talking about his wonderful book.
Okie dokie.
I'm just going to go down our Twitter account shortly. You just keep talking. Halloween, do you like Halloween?
I'm just chatting to our friend TC at the moment because
he's an absolute legend.
He's asking for something and I haven't got it. So
Science girl. It's got a lovely bedroom here. It's got a ball. It's like a football bedroom. And she put up, whose dream room is this? So if you've got... Can you see that on there?
Oh, yes.
Can you see that? Can you
Yeah,
see
yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah,
Can you see that?
yeah.
So, if you've got a room like that, whose dream room is that? And I said a teenager, and then I paused and I thought, it's too old for a teenager. That's a kid whose parents are not really kind of into football or like football, but aren't into the tribalism of football. Because if that was a teenager, there'd be all pictures of his heroes or her heroes.
Yeah.
So it'd either be Blues or Villa or Arsenal or Chelsea. It wouldn't just be a generic bedroom, would it, with a football on? No. The Wine Society, Autumn Sea, yes, we know that. Our boys have been tasting, I want a job doing that. Tasting wine for autumn. I'd do it spring, winter and summer.
He hasn't got a problem, though.
Who's that?
You? So you haven't got a problem.
No, but I do like...
do like a few bottles.
Yeah. Oh, I was listening to Stax today, Story of Stax. It's a wonderful story, that was. And... yeah, this is another good one. Dreaming is for free. This girl posts loads of stuff on Blondie. Going back to the rap chat.
Dreaming is free.
Do you still control your dreams, by the way?
I can still control them, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just let them ride if they're really nice ones. But it's trying to get back into them. If it's a nice one, trying to get back into it.
Do you know what I find mad with a dream?
What?
I find it really mad that you remember a dream so vividly. I mean, really, really, as though it just happened, and you woke up, and you can still remember it. You go for a gypsy's kiss, you come back, you can't remember what it was.
No.
Do you know what happened to me the other morning when I went and had a wee?
What?
I had a right mad noise
Yeah.
in my garden.
Really deep then.
And I went and got my Merlin Bird app on, put it on. Have a guess what it was?
I don't know.
It was 2 owls.
Oh, yeah.
And they weren't twitter-wooing.
No, what?
I don't know. They made a right funny noise. And I thought, blimey, they look as though they're having a row. And I think they must have been. Yeah, this is another good one as well. Classic British TV. Flying Circus, Monty Python.
Ooh.
Did you like Monty Python?
Yeah, I was a Monty Python person.
Did you like Fawlty Towers? I posted up Fawlty Towers the other day.
Fawlty
The
Towers,
10 best bits of Fawlty Towers.
Fantastic.
Banana splits, opening and closing themes. I love the... Who's your favourite? Who's your favourite on the banana splits?
Bingo.
Yeah, look, there's the alien ship that's going to land. Can we see that? Can you see that?
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. It's big, isn't it?
It's massive. That dinosaur, if that is a dinosaur on the back of that rock, if that rock's 3,000 feet, 3,000, like, wide, 3,000 feet... 3,000 miles.
Miles,
not feet. 3,000 miles wide. Yeah. That dinosaur must be about as big as Mount Everest. It's a fucking big dinosaur. God. You wouldn't fancy being the mum that gave birth to that, would you? But dinosaurs had eggs. They weren't born out of like a womb, were they? Dinosaurs come from eggs.
Yeah.
What comes
back
first?
To omelettes?
The dinosaur or the egg?
Yeah.
Blows away that debate about the chicken and the egg. Also, as well, have you seen Angela?
No.
Yeah, she's nice. I liked Angela.
Angela who?
For Your Eyes Only as well, 1981. He was lucky, wasn't he, Roger Moore? Got all them bum girls around him.
Moore, yeah.
Yeah.
If you listen to this on podcast, tough.
Yeah, because you can't see it on the podcast, can you? That's the thing with stuff like that. Yeah. Wasn't Joan Collins lovely?
She was. She was all right.
She's a lovely
alive.
She's
still alive, isn't she?
Yeah. She don't look like she does back then. Well, she wouldn't. She's about 80. She's about the same age as my mum, isn't she? She's about mid-80s, isn't she, Joni?
Yeah.
Saucy 70s adventures. We follow them as well. And also, let's get back here. Amy. We love Amy, don't we?
Oh, Amy.
Yep. Amy at 20th_century girl. And Amy posed a question today. Name a band, right? Name a band whose name is just one word. No, like you can't have The Jam or, The Clash, The Specials, The Selector, the whoever. Who are all mentioned in this wonderful book here. Something Changed. We're going to be talking to Ben Dobson shortly. But, So it's just one word. Name a band with one word in it.
Jam.
No, it's called the Jam, isn't it? With the Jam. One word. You can't
AC/DC.
Oh, that's a great word. Well done. And she likes that because she's like a rock chick as well. So, what band do you think I mentioned?
Beatles.
No, it's the Beatles. Then it couldn't have anything with her in.
I don't know. You?
ABBA. I liked ABBA. I thought they were brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was on.
Who was your favourite ABBA person?
I liked. Yeah, well, it's got to be one of the girls in it. Did you like the blonde or the brunette?
I was a blonde.
Was you really?
Yeah.
Do you like blondes?
She got a bit older.
Helen's a blonde, ain't she?
Helen, no?
Ain't she?
No.
Ain't she ever been blonde?
No.
You sure?
Never been blonde. Yeah. You got me kind of mixed up with somebody else.
I was going to say, was another bird
You're mixed up with one of my other wives.
You got more wives than Henry VIII. Do you like me Watsy, by the way?
Who?
Me Luke Top. Luke.
Who?
I went shopping today. Should 60-year-old people or older people than 60 years of age, should they go shopping? Should they buy clothes? Should they listen to records? Because I do.
Yeah, you do, yeah.
What shop do you use? When was the last time you went shopping? And do you
for
go
clothes?
Do you go shopping on your own for clothes? Yeah, of course, for clothes.
No. Amazon now.
Oh, do you?
Well, you can buy
Is that what you do?
Amazon, yeah.
So what do you buy on Amazon?
Or go down to Tesco's.
What, you buy your clothes from Tesco's?
Yeah.
Do you?
Of course you can.
No, I know you can, but do you?
Yeah.
Don't you like to try them on?
Well, you can bring them back.
Well, I know you can bring them back, but don't you? So is that where you get your clothes from, Tesco's?
Tesco's.
How about your shoes?
Asda sometimes.
Your shoes, you get them from...
No, Ellen works for Rikers. So
For who?
You know the German shoe people.
Okay,
Riker,
yeah. Shoe people. Do you remember that?
Very, very.
Do you remember that programme, Shoe People?
Yeah.
Shoe people.
Tra-la-la-la-la.
Shoe.
Yeah, so
they all lived in a shoe,
so she
didn't they?
gets discounts on those. No?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought she'd retired. Has she got another job now?
She goes there once a week.
Oh, it's kind of retirement, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm.
Nice shoes.
Yeah.
We better get our guest on.
Are you joking? Have we? What time is it now?
It's 25/7.
Joking, is it really?
No.
Get Ben on.
No, I'm not.
Ben, are you there?
Hang on. I've got to ring him first.
Well, while we're going to talk to Ben about his wonderful book, Something Changed, I just want to give a couple of mentions to Under the Influence. Under the Influence, isn't it?
Cool.
He might be there.
Hello, Ben. We'll talk about that after. How are you, mate? You all right?
Fantastic.
Good.
We should do this every year, shouldn't we? This is 2 in a row.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we spoke about your last book, about 3 great men of football. This one is completely different. It's about lots of people, but it does centre around Ian Botham and Margaret Thatcher, who's on the front. And I looked at it and I thought, well, 2 really, really, really different people. But the more I've read this book, 2 people that are really kind of very similar. So briefly talk about the book and how you decided to write this book. And it is entitled Something Changed. And reading through, it really did change at that period of time of the Ashes test and Margaret Thatcher being in power, and there's a lot of synergy between the 2 of them, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely. 2 things I'd say to that initial intro is that first of all, thank you very much for being a generous supporter of the last book that we talked about last year, the football book. Anybody that did read that would see that although it is different, there's an element running through it, which is the core that fascinates me in some of my recent writing, which is how sport, whether it be football, cricket, or anything else, can actually impact a nation's mood, how it can impact communities. And in this case, particularly in 1981, it was, I kind of took the narrative of the football book and dialed it up a notch because 81 was such a fascinating year. But in terms of sort of what it's about and your point about the way that it gradually dawned on you reading the book that there were some synergies between what might initially appear to be two rather disparate characters in Botham and Thatcher, that's exactly how the whole thing evolved for me. I was determined. There were two things that I'm determined it shouldn't have been when I set off. One was I didn't want to write another Botham's Ashes because, we all know about that. That one's been done to death. Nor is it meant to be a eulogy to Margaret Thatcher. I happen personally to think, everyone has their political opinions. And the more I went through this book, and certainly the formative years before Thatcher came to power, the more I've come to the opinion that Thatcher was actually what the nation needed at the time. Others will disagree with me. The fact that my great aunt was a left-wing member of the Labour cabinet in the 1970s means that I've got a foot in both camps. So hopefully it's reasonably balanced. But there were narratives. I set off from the point of view of wanting to tell the story of what I call a year like no other in 1981, from all sorts of aspects, not just the Ashes, but the way that culture impinged upon it, the weather impinged upon it. There were so many different things. But I would say three things emerged as I was writing it. The first was about relationships and the relationship between mood and reality, and how whatever is affecting your mood, or the communal mood of a nation, whether it be great weather or terrible weather, or whether it be fantastic national sporting achievement or vice versa, whether it be riots or it be royal weddings, that actually a change in mood basically often begets a change in reality. And therefore, it's very important how those factors that dictate the mood of the nation are probably more important than people would give them credit for. The second was the relationship between Botham and Thatcher, which was obviously not a direct relationship. But the more I looked into it, Botham was described by various people as almost the ultimate Thatcherite as a sportsman. And as I looked into it, the synergies of belief, their own personal principles, their approach to life in terms of believing in getting off your backside and doing something about it, they were very similar from those points of view. But what then struck me was how the paths of their careers, all the way through from when Botham first emerged in 1974 and Thatcher was elected, most surprisingly, as the leader of the Tory party a year later, the paths of their careers, their fortunes, etc., they really, without being too commercial about it, you have to read the book to actually see what you would otherwise think is the stuff of fiction. Just how closely they resembled each other, and at the very end of it, whatever you think about these two, because they're two people that will always they divided opinion at the time. They've gone on to divide opinion. They were loved by some, they were loathed by others, and they're pretty easy targets for the country's bearers of suspicion of those who succeed. But I think I quote Andrew Marr, the historian in the book, who concluded that what's not in doubt is that they were the architects of change and true icons of the age. And people forget that actually, at the time, probably with a bit of a nod to Bob Geldof later in the 80s, but Botham was such an iconic figure that alongside Thatcher, they probably were the two most recognisable faces in the country for a significant period of the 80s. So that's where it all came from. And then the very final thing, if you'll indulge me, Paul, the very final thing that emerged as I was writing it was that although the book's called Something Changed, I put a mini chapter in there, effectively saying that there's still nothing new under the sun. Because the book starts in around about 1975, when we'd just had a fairly centrist and non-achieving conservative government ousted. by a Labour Party who were potentially voted in as slightly more left wing than the British population is normally comfortable with, and within a short period of time, we were. There was a lot of debate about unions running the country, about taxation, about this and the other. And actually, 50 years on to the very year, there are a lot of mirrors when you read the book of what I'm describing in where we sit today. So it's fascinating to me that I'm a lover, a bit like you, Paul. I'm fascinated not just by sport, but by music, by culture, and by how these things affect the politics and the development of the nation.
Absolutely, and I think your next book is Nothing Changes, because as you said, you alluded to. And I was reading through...
Always write one that has the potential for a follow-up, then, Paul.
Absolutely. But I was on holiday in Zante, and I was reading the book, and I couldn't put it down. I kept, when we get to restaurants and bars and that, I had to. But I was just absolutely fascinated, and I love the way that you went back and you had a chapter for the different times. I love the synergy with the royal weddings and winning a test series as well. I love the fact that the highest domestic football attendance was Manchester United versus Arsenal in 1948, 83,260 at Main Road. Yes, guys, not Old Trafford, at Main Road, because that's where United played in those days. There was lots of great musical references. There was wonderful quotes. It really takes you on a journey and recaptures your childhood. In fact, I wrote down, because I have done a playlist for it, because I'm just...
Oh, fantastic.
Well, what I do, I read the book and I'm writing things and I'm just making notes and stuff. And I put down my 12 favourite songs of that year, 1981. It was Ghost Town, Don't You Want Me, 1 in 10, Being With You, Tainted Love, Just Can't Get Enough, Imagine, Body Talk, Going Back to My Roots, Let's Groove, and Absolute Beginners, and Tales from the Riverbank, which was the flip side. There was just some great music. Birmingham City in 1981 were decent. Aston Villa sadly were better. We had the riots and with the specials, the two-tone revolution that swept through the country like, as I said to Sir Horace Panter, a bionic broom. It really was a time for change. We went to school in flares and clippy-clop shoes and then left school. The kids in our playground or schoolyards, whatever you want to say, or the classrooms, it looked like a specials concert. I think the Jam broke through barriers. We related to the idols around us, and music was very, very much a part of that British culture.
Well, I'm always conscious, Paul. I've said it in books before that we're all products of the years that formed us, and those were the years that formed me, and I do keep coming back to them. And of course, you and I would probably say, those dozen songs you've just rattled off there, you're not going to rattle those off at the end of 2025.
Couldn't name you one.
That's simply because that was our time. Although some may well argue that actually there was a bit more to it than that. But it was a phenomenal time of change, and one of the reasons, as a student and lover of history, and particularly modern history, that I wanted to delve into this was that there's a sort of truism or a belief that the landslide victory of the general election in 1983 that allowed Thatcher to do what she did for the rest of the decade, 18 months after being the least popular prime minister in history, that came purely as a result of victory in the Falklands. Yeah. And my contention is actually that was the icing on the cake, the rubber stamp. It was almost the Old Trafford Test match, if you like, when they actually won the Ashes. But when you look at the detail, 1981 was the year that made the difference, because at any point, they were both under massive pressure to go through that year. She survived as skipper. he didn't survive as skipper, but look at the way that he came back and turned things around. She also turned things around in a much less immediately discernible way in 1981. And it was that, as much as the Falklands, that then made the difference as we came to 1983. But to come back to your points there about the music and that sort of thing, there's a chapter called A Year Like No Other, and it picks up on the fact that when you delve into 1981, you do have the Ashes, but then change, this theme of change was everywhere.
Yeah.
In sport, Muhammad Ali's last ever fight, 1981, the passing of that particular baton in a fairly sad manner. Steve Davis winning probably ahead of Botham as the ultimate Thatcherite in terms of the way that he took his sport into the area of entrepreneurship. 81, his first world title. McEnroe taking over the mantle from Borg by finally winning Wimbledon. The first ever London Marathon. The juxtaposition between the horrors of Basel and Oslo and England losing to Switzerland and Norway in World Cup qualifiers while smashing up the down
one hell of a beating.
followed by World Cup qualification.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there was the cricket. And that's just in sport.
Yes.
But when you looked at the other elements, there's a guy called Trevor Harley who I interviewed who is a psychologist but a specialist in weather. And his particular interest is how weather affects mood. And he considers the weather of 1981 to be one of the most standout and interesting of the entire century. And when you look at the way that the weather tracked the downs and then the ups and the recoveries in terms of one of the most gloomy, horrendous Junes and Julys that we'd had in recent memory, as Ghost Town was topping the charts, as the riots were happening, as the hunger strikers were passing away, versus the sun suddenly coming out on the day of the royal wedding and blazing through the Edgbaston Test match where both of them did things for the second time. All of these things, but that then it kind of brings me on to when I talk about the Edgbaston Test match, and I always feel if I'm having a conversation with you that Birmingham should get a significant up in the whole thing.
We certainly should.
That it was kind of appropriate how Birmingham played a key part in the Ashes with the second incredible victory at Edgbaston at the end of July, beginning of August, because the musical juxtaposition of 1981 had its absolute roots in the West Midlands and in Birmingham. And obviously, I mean, you all know this, but everyone knows about the Specials and Ghost Town and it being possibly the most apposite number one record of all time in terms of its synergy with the mood of the country. Yeah. But what emerged in looking at this is that two Birmingham acts, probably three actually, but two within July 1981, which is the absolute focal point of the change, they bellwethered the change in a way. So you'd had UB40, incredible band who had 3 top 10 hits in the 1980s, and were in July 1981 they released 1 in 10, which is my personal favourite.
Jimmy Brown wrote that.
They didn't then actually have another top 10 hit until they went to number 1 in 1983 with Red Room Wine. Yeah. And by that stage, obviously, the polemic of the band had gone, that deep political protest of things like 1 in 10. But in the same month that the Specials came off number 1 and disbanded, and Neville Staples, Linville Golding and Terry Hall departed, with Terry Hall telling the big issue, I think, recently that, well, not that recently, but obviously before he passed away, bless him, that he felt uncomfortable with the success of Ghost Town and a gold disc and that sort of thing. It didn't seem to be to him what it was about.
Yeah.
But basically, at the same time as that was happening, Duran Duran were landing in the charts with their first ever top 5 hit. And this was basically the moment of the move from two-tone reggae, the political protest that came out in 1980 and early 81, into what a journalist called Michael Hann in The Guardian called Thatcherism on vinyl, which was basically what the new romantics would become. So the handing of the baton during the year from the likes of the Specials and UB40 in their original guise onto the likes of Duran Duran, Spandau Ballet, etc., was interesting. But it wasn't the first time that Birmingham and Birmingham's music had reflected the nation, because I'd say in the book that in August 1980, on the very same day as Botham lost his first series as captain and people were calling for him to go after defeat against the West Indies, the same day it was officially announced the country was in recession. And what song had just landed in the charts? The Beats' Stand Down Margaret.
Yes, and she never.
I see no pain, I see only sorrow, I see no chance of your bright new tomorrow. So Dave Wakeling had basically in 2 lines encaptured the start of the 80s.
And threw her words straight back down her gob, which a lot of people did, didn't they?
No, absolutely, and yeah. Fair enough. I mean, I there's a chapter early in the book called "May We Bring Hope," which were those slightly pious words that came out on the steps of Number 10 Downing Street on the 3rd of May in 1979, and we're basically saying that by the time we'd got to June, July 1981, "May We Bring Hope" seemed fairly forlorn, and yet, in the space of a month, the juxtapositions of July 1981 are fairly ridiculous in terms of literally day by day. So on the 5th of July, Ghost Town goes to number 1. On the 7th of July, Botham resigns the England captaincy, and the Sun's headline is "No job, no money, no future." The day afterwards, Joe McDonnell becomes the 5th IRA hunger striker to pass away, and Arthur Scargill puts in a 24% pay claim for the miners. The day after that, David Jacobs introduces the 900th edition of Top of the Pops and looks rather nonplussed at the end of the playing of the Ghost Town video, number 1, and came back with the words, "Oh dear, that wasn't very cheerful, was it?" And
no, it wasn't.
And 2 days after that, the riot spread to 6 other cities. So that was where we were in the first half of July, and yet on the 21st of July, Botham turns around Headingley. 2 days, by the way, after Girls on Film had just entered the charts, and the 26th, the Specials are off number 1. The 28th, was the final day of the Toxteth riots, and the unfortunate death of the only civilian to die as a result of those riots. And the following day was the royal wedding, and the sun came out, and then the day after that, the Edgbaston Test match started, and the day after that, 1 in 10 was released. And it's just, I apologise for the verbal diarrhea, but I'm just fascinated about the detail of, because until you research it and you read it, you wouldn't actually believe it.
Absolutely. Ben, we're going to have to leave it there. Can I thank you so much for your time? I'm putting the book up to the camera, Something Changed. Where can people buy this wonderful book? Because you've just given us a great account of some of what's in there, but it is explosive stuff. It's fantastic. It touches that time that when lots of us were growing up and going through school, etc., etc., and a wonderful halcyon time in the the cultural existence
I hope
of us
so.
on
It means
this
a lot to
planet.
me, and
Yeah, absolutely.
And if I could have conveyed that, then that's brilliant. As a part of the book, I'd like to thank you, Paul, because you've always been super generous with me and very supportive of the writing. Basically, the good news, as far as I'm concerned, is that the book is pretty much available everywhere. The usual Jeff Bezos route, but if you want to give me a better royalty percentage, it's in Waterstones around the country and that sort of thing. So if you want to make me slightly more rich and Jeff Bezos slightly less rich, then go to Waterstones. But there we go.
Lovely. And Pitch Publishers were the ones that published
Pitch
it.
have been fantastic.
I'm sure
the second book
Duncan,
I've done with them. And
I'm sure Duncan arranged that front cover, as he does with most of Pitch Publishers' books.
Brilliant, yeah.
Ben, thanks so much. Good luck going forward, and we'll speak to you again with Fuck All Change, your next book.
Fantastic. I'll speak to you next year.
Cheers, pal. Thanks, Ben.
Cheers.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. And thanks for listening, guys. Ta-ra a bit.
Ta-ra a bit.